Alright, what's up YouTube? It's Frayed Hero here, and I'm gonna deck profile the OTT deck profile of FallinWinter's deck. Because I used it more than he did, I guess.
I played it once.
And I played it for 8 rounds of Swiss, or 5 rounds of Swiss and top cut, and yeah. So we got the congratulations. If you didn't watch the box opening video, yeah, the box was from getting first in a win-a-box, so yeah. We have this glared promo, and I guess
it's power when stuff happens.
Yeah, but that's not important. We're not profiling Kagura. So starter, of course, the only card you can realistically run as a starter.
You either ride a bunny or Misaki.
It's a pretty good obvious choice that you clearly want to ride not a bunny, unless you're into bunnies. Then I guess we're not judging you, but I just feel like that's the worst option you got there. Anyway. We're playing 4 draw triggers because we have to.
Like, actually, you literally don't have a choice.
You need to play 16 triggers.
Your only other trigger is heal triggers that are vanilla, so...
yeah, but also, PGs are cool, and gift markers and PGs, and guarding is nice. I actually would kind of consider dropping this if we get more crits in the future, though.
Yeah.
4 vanilla psychic birds, because we're in a sad era of vanilla triggers. With the 4 Nikes. I'm just gonna have a sad pile over there because this is just gonna become a mess. 4 heals.
4 heals because unless you want to run 8 draw triggers, that's all you got.
And we're playing 4 of the Magus that checks top card of your deck and puts it top or bottom. It's an 8K. Good. And yeah, stacking is always nice. Except for those awkward moments when you already stacked your deck and you're just like, I need to call a booster. At least it gets you another +5 on Alma if you do it. And 3 luck birds. I actually really like this card because drawing it early game is just great, because if you're not on Promised Daughter, you're swinging for 20 if you just call us behind the Vanguard. If not, you can call it on the side and have an 11k attacker. And if they want to attack a 5k rear guard, that's all on them, because it becomes a 5k afterward. If not, you just push it back and call another grade 2 or something. Kind of nice. But yeah, that draw 1 early game is really nice, and you don't do much with your soul other than Soul Blast grade 3, so it's not bad. Riding it does suck though. And then we have 2 babies, because sometimes you need a countercharge. It's come up a couple of times, especially if people counterblast deny you. It's an option there if you really want to try to do something with that.
There's not many other choices.
Yeah, there's not a lot of grade 1 options at the moment, unless you want to run like the big Vanguard booster, I guess. But it's just awkward because it's, again, just a Vanguard booster.
It's a little more situational.
It means you have to call it there. And of course 4 of the other best grade 1 here.
Thing that has 2 good skills.
Where you get to ride, counterblast 1, draw a card, and the skill I always forget, and actually costed me the finals of Swiss. I lost because I forgot to use the second skill, because I just always forget mid to late game this has a skill, because I'm so used to vanilla.
You can put 2s and 3s back and get better shield potentially.
Better shield, or just maybe trying to dig for a trigger or something like that. But yeah, just try not to forget that bottom skill, because oh man, everyone who was playing OTT was forgetting it that day.
That's actually partially why he won the final match.
It's also why I lost to him in Swiss, though, so it's like we paid each other back in that sense. Grade 2s, 4 Promised Daughter, she is amazing, because you can just, if you have nothing, you just ride her, swing 16, because it's a Vanguard rearguard skill. And against Kagura, of course, you just slap this down and well, you're attacking this, or she's just going to keep sitting there and look nice. And then we have 4 of this grade 2.
Isn't it swing 15?
Yeah, 15. Yeah. It hits a number on force on their grade 2 10Ks.
Yeah.
This, I don't actually know her name because I've never read it. I'll be honest. But she's really good. I like it. Depending on your situation, if you can afford to, you can swing with her first, and then try to stack your deck if you haven't already during that turn. And if there's not a trigger there or something. Or if you did just check and it's a rear guard you want to like add to your hand, then of course you can draw with her first, and then you can do the check top bottom. And of course she gets 6k if you do that. So you actually hit force numbers with 8k booster, so that's why it's a really nice rear guard. And I prefer using her counter blasts over like something for Tom who doesn't really do that much. And then we're playing 2 of the grade 1, or 2 of this grade 2 that's like the grade 1 that checks top card, puts it top or bottom.
We run 2 memes.
Yes. Because 1 meme is not enough. And
two memes is
it's
before
okay
it becomes a
because,
problem.
yeah, when you have too many memes and you just live in a bad life. Too many memes will ruin your life. So then we're playing 4 Alma, of course, because we like to draw cards. She's like the best first ride, of course, because you get to draw a card, stack your deck, and she can hit decent numbers on the first turn, since you're not like force and you don't hit huge numbers. And that also makes you not have to call booster behind her early game or on your grade 3 ride turn because of that. And also Daughter, yeah. You just don't have to commit like in the Kagura matchup because you don't want your rear guards just dying and losing shield value for no reason because you have really good pushes anyway. And then of course for Imperial Daughter, because she's the other good grade 3 that you want to ride. With her on-ride skill, you can counterblast, draw a card. Well, not really draw a card. You check talk to, put 1 to hand or soul, and
No, it's
no,
1 to
sorry,
hand.
1 to hand, 1 to soul, or top of deck. So you can essentially draw a card and either stack a crit, or you know you're just building your soul, which you can shove 3s in for your best buddy deer, which is the next card. There's 2 deers. So 10 grade 3s. This card is like my favorite thing ever, even though he's a minus. And if you don't have a lot of crits left in your deck, it's kind of awkward. But just the really fat lanes when they go to 5, unless you're playing the mirror match, like they only have 4 PGs. So they're going to have to really conserve guard for this push. But at the same time, you should be like using Imperial Daughter, who's also pushing with crit every turn that you have her like on a re-ride. If not, you have Alma for just okay numbers, and Imperial Daughter also has her Soul Blast +6 skill, which just gives your rears more pressure in general, so getting them to 5 isn't too hard. And then yeah, once they get to 5, this just really hurts with the full board because your Pseudo Soul Saber, you get a +20 essentially to your columns, and of course stacking crits, so it makes it more likely for them to have to deal with more power, unless you just whiff, which happens. But yeah, that's basically the entire deck because we don't have a G zone. I mean, here's some force markers, or gift markers of protect. I am so used to saying force. There's more, but we have to show off the swag one instead of FallinWinter stack of just Misakis that aren't super shiny.
So I want to talk about other options, like why we don't run Tom.
We don't run Tom because, well, personally I just don't like using the counterblast. The idea of, for one, of using the counterblast for him when I could be using it for the other grade 2, but also because his numbers he hits and the numbers you hit in the deck in general just don't seem to validate the counterblast cost for the guard manipulate, because it just doesn't seem...
Well, the guard manipulation isn't attached to the counterblast, but the issue mainly being that you either try to pump numbers, which you can't do very much in the deck, so you're never getting more than 1 card out of their hand usually. So the next best thing is to swing for low shield, so like 5k guard, and force them to use triggers which have more shield value. But the issue with that being if they have intercepts, or because they can have intercepts and just intercept, usually it doesn't really matter as often as just having more cards that are useful no matter what the field state looks like. Something along the lines of that. Yeah.
So yeah, Tom, I mean he's cool, you can run him, but
he has uses, but
just I feel like
consistency
it's not
reasons.
worth it. And plus, yeah, with him by himself against like Kagura, it's a lot it means you usually have to commit more because you're gonna want a booster behind him. Because without a booster, he kind of hits like a wet noodle, and outside of that, he just has like nothing really going for him in those like control matchups that'll probably pop up more in the future as well. So yeah, that's basically why we choose not to run Tom. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything else about the deck, let us know in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys later.
Later.